Who's marching forward in a row? It's our pioneer squad. Pioneers in a row usually marched to the canteen in the Seattle camp. I was looking for a place where no one could disturb me, like what happened before. Just so I can eat in peace. You know, the library, hint, hint. And for that, I have to at least not be the last one to come. Well, that's usually what you... No comment. Keep it clean. Let's see if we can find it. I know there was someone that was pointing out the... There he is. There's the... I didn't notice that until someone pointed it out in a picture. Poor guy. I mean, he's also balding, it looks like. He looks like me. Ah! Anyways. And she looks happy. Nice pink hair. There's Miku almost. There's Asuka. He has no face. Anyways, but I was pretty sure whatever happens here happens whether I want it to or not. Like it's a plot of a game. The canteen was crammed as full as an egg. How do you know that? Aye. Olga was standing there at the entrance, guarding it like a hawk. Oil Simon, were you working hard today? Or were you hard at working? Hard enough, as you can see by the tent. No, wait a minute. Well done. Truly, well done. And I'm getting my accents confused. And the hardest part is yet to come. She said as she grabbed me and took me. No, I just bet. Fine, take a seat next to the girls. She pointed to the table next to the pillar. Sylvia, Ulsa, and Lena were all sitting there. Not bad company. At least, not the worst. Wait, is that Ulsa or... I'm getting my names confused. I got my meal and went up next to them. Yeah, it is Ulsa. Do you mind if I sit here? I caught myself saying, a bit clueless, there were no other free places anyways. Ah, no lad, not at all. Please do. I didn't give her a voice. I didn't give any of them. Lena remained silent, but staring at me, pissed off because I left her to do all the work. I'm not going after you this time. Wait a minute, is that the librarian there? Masculine looking body though. Sorry. Today, meal consisted of a plate of borscht. I suspected there was some meat lurking in it, but had no evidence. Some poultry or chicken-like, with fried potatoes and a traditional glass of kumpat. I found myself liking the local food more and more. I guess I just came to the conclusion that I had no other choice, which means that there's no use in complaining. Thank God, there's something to eat at least. Aye, ya coming to the ball or not, lad? Oh, I don't know. He'll come, and he'll come a lot. No, he'll gonna go. He got nowhere to go. Ulsa said happily. Will be coming for sure? Of course. I can't miss the opportunity to watch you make a fool of yourself. She got it right, and I decided not to reply. And what about you? I asked Lena. Yes. She replied briefly. You see, you should be going too then, said Lena, as if leaving me no choice. Don't forget to wear your tailcoat. Apparently Ulsa was so pleased with her joke that she laughed aloud. Hold on, quick. It works better if I actually was paying attention and had that queued up. But I really had nothing to wear, so I was assigned to go butt naked. My wardrobe was just a pioneer uniform and my winter clothes, which would be inappropriate even in the evening. And what will you all be dressed in? What will you be dressed in, entertainer? Secret. Oh, I gotta do the Miku. It's a secret pose. Hold on, I'm pointing at my chin. Secret. Anyways, it's not as cute when I do it. Will it be a little dress, just like a kindergarten matinee? Ulsa turned red, looked like I might have offended her and he was about to stab me. No, I'll be wearing a biohazard suit just so I don't have to catch an infection from your ass. You STD carrying bastard. I wonder what kind of infection you're afraid of from catching from me. Ah, enough, you lad. Don't quarrel. Idiocy, of course. Idiocy. Looks like Ulsa was highly pleased with her thought, and she answered again. You know, if you really have the flu, you can't catch a cold. If you already have the flu, you can't catch a cold. Two can play at this game. What are you implying? Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. I look away slyly. Do you mean that? She went red again. I don't mean anything. Guys, don't fight. It's okay. Given that it was Lena who interfered, it probably really was time to stop. You're asking for it. You're going to get it. What is you finally wised up? Instead of replying, Ilsa grabbed her plate filled with borscht and tipped it on my head. The game met an unexpected finale. Oh, you little whore, ya. She jumped and tried to run away. Oh, I remember this. This was that weird... yeah. But this time, she wouldn't get away. I grabbed her hand. And now what? I just can't smash her head. Yes, you can. Just... anyways, what? The passamine lasted a few seconds. Suddenly, Ulsa skillfully grabbed a full glass of cold pot and splashed it in my face. And then, she managed to free my grip. The room, there was a magnitude 8 again, this is Seattle, so there's a lot of earthquakes there. You know, it's on San Andreas Fault. She dashed off towards the counter, and I chased her. The earthquake wouldn't let up. It continued. Anyways, what? The result, several flipped tables, a pile of smashed tableware, 5 pioneers crippled by various injuries, and a full exhaustion of both parties. A draw, short of. A belligerent draw. With 2 belligerencies. We stood before each other and breathed heavily. Tell me you won't behave this way again. And you? Olga snuck up from behind. She likes it that way. When you think about it, such a riot couldn't have gone unnoticed. Well, are you satisfied with yourself? No. Her voice appeared to be calm, but I was sure that she was just about to explode. And who's gonna clean up all this mess? Exactly what happened? Who? I'm asking. Who? Him, replied Ulsa, of complete confidence. Her, I objected, less confidence. Both. The camp leader brought the conclusive end to this ongoing argument. Generally, I wasn't sure that my share of the blame is more than hers, although Ulsa didn't have a drop of guilt on her face. Beat it! Yes, beat it, beat it. Beat it, beat it. Anyways, I'm not cleaning. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. And this is his fault. He started it first. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to short out all this nonsense. Someone go grab a mop bucket and some cloth. You know that kind of stuff in the closet. And as for you... She looked at Ulsa with such a burning glaze that I felt a bit sorry for the girl. You... start to pick up the broken tableware immediately. Olga took a deep breath and continued. You're nothing but trouble. How many times have I told you? I decided to skip the lecture and went to the closet that appeared to be next to the exit. Suddenly, a perfect idea flashed in my head. Why don't I just run away? Sure, Olga has caught us already, but I'm not the one to blame. You do have to sleep in the same cabin as her, though. Just pointing that out. Of course, I'm not that true pioneer she keeps talking about, but in comparison to Ulsa... Anyways, she's the principal culprit. It's not like I have nothing better to do than clean up this mess here. I have to seek answers. The truth is out there. Somehow flashed in my mind. Then do 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 do. No, it's supposed to be whistle. Oh wow, that actually hurt my. I'm wearing headphones, so that hurt me even. Do 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 do. What happens if I run away though? Because that's kind of a asshole move to do. Oh. But if I run away, and I ran so far away. I mean, what happens? Oh, I don't want to do that just because that's an asshole thing to do. Stay and clean up. Running away is hardly a good idea. For starters, Olga's caught me already, and dashing off would only aggravate my punishment, as well as that I indeed am partly guilty. Of course, it was all her fault, but if I hadn't reacted like that, probably we could have avoided this trashing. Probably. I opened the cabinet and took out the broom and mop and dustpan. Olga wasn't anywhere near Ulsa by the time I returned. She's gone? Can't you see for yourself? Ulsa looked upset, and all her useful spite vanished without a trace. Okay, hang on a second. I'll go wash myself up a bit first. I shot her an angry glance and headed towards the exit. I washed the scraps of lunch off my head and returned to the canteen. Well, no one's escaping. We have to clean it up. There's no escaping it, rather. You know, it's all because of you. Just a single glare from her gave me the creeps. Of course it is. It's me who's guilty for everything, isn't it? It's me who is the local hazard. Oh, shut up. Still, it's kind of strange that she's not trying to avoid this cleanup duty. Also, had a solid opportunity to just run away and leave me alone, but somehow she did the exact opposite. Diligently gathering broken plate fragments, mopping the floor, picking up the chairs and tables. In fact, she was so fast that I had a tough time. I can read, keeping up with her. God, I am drunk. This whole day with you, dork. She sounded irritated. Listen, you got to understand that you can't behave like that. At least not to such extent. For some reason, I decided to try to give her a little moral lecture. I haven't done anything. It was you who was calling me names. Also grabbed the mop bucket and went to the farthest corner of the canteen. Looks like she's still angry. Looking back at the mountain of broken tableware, I finally began to understand the scope of the catastrophe. We're lucky that at least the forks and spoons are of metal. Still, to have something to eat with. But there are hardly any plates. Hey. Also called me with a shout. I went over to her. I don't get it. Why do you hate me so much? Wait a minute, what happened? What happened? I went over to her. Why was there a pause there? There's like a pause there. It made me feel like I skipped something. Her face became so serious that I wasn't ready to believe that it wasn't just yet another trick of hers. Why do you think so? I have no idea. That's exactly why I'm asking you. I don't hate you. It's just that you sometimes behave like a bitch. Well, you know. As simple as that, but still true. Like what? I have no idea. She lifted her gaze to me, boiling with curiosity. Well, for starters, what's the big idea with pouring compote all over me? You were asking for it. She smiled for the first time since we started cleaning. Sure. I breathed deftly. So why do you expect So what do you expect from others then? Nothing, she replied acidly. This discussion was over, so I decided to continue cleaning up in silence. Ellipses picked up all the broken chairs. It took a few hours to fix up the canteen. At least all the broken tableware was gone. Chairs and tables were in their designed places, and the floor looked reasonably clean. We were sitting together with Ulsa next to the food counter. Who's we then? Because at this point it should just be me and her, right? So who's the we other than Ulsa? Next to the food counter. Oh no, you're saying we were sitting next to her, and Ulsa was next to the food counter, breathing heavily and deservedly resting. Now you see how much effort has been put in basically because of Silly Trick. But I'm not tired at all. I can go for a couple more hours, cowboy. Anyways, though the sweat pouring from her face told the opposite story. Oh well, good for you. So, what are we gonna do next? I don't know about you, but I'd rather go... No, that's not all. You have to... She hesitated. Help me with another little thing. Oh god, what do I have to do now? I'm deliberately trying to ignore your path at all, by the way. Thinking of another silly prank? You bet. She smiled broadly. I'm not your man here. I'm more than fed up with your just one punishment today. Okay, here's the deal. If you help me now, there will be no more pranks. Sure, that was an inviting prospect, but somehow I couldn't bring myself to trust her. Not even for a moment. Well, it wouldn't hurt to ask. Alright, fine. What's your cunning plan then? I'm not agreeing, but just curious. We're going to steal the candy. All the candy. No candy but for us. Ha ha. Anyways, what? I should have expected something like this. Candy is for kids. So is Kix. Soon, the chef will go out to dump the trash. Nobody's going to see us. Alright, count me out. Whatever. She grunted and turned away. Then I'll do it myself. And I won't allow... I couldn't even finish the sentence as Ulsa jumped over the counter, ran to the cabinet, opened the door, and started rummaging through it. Hey, cut that out, yeah. It's not like you haven't got enough problems with Olga. She didn't reply. You won't get away with it, you darn kid. What? Just cleaning duty. You won't get with just cleaning. Yes. Close the cabinet. Excuse me. That was a whiskey again. She held a huge bag of candy in her hands. You little. Put it back. She stuck out her tongue at me and dashed off through the back door. I just couldn't leave it like that. I darted off in pursuit. Sure, the girl had quite a head start, but still funneled all my energy into the chase, even. I won't lose her again. We ran through the square. We ran without a care. Through the music club building. Wasn't it amusing? There we go. And came out into the forest trail. I was hot on her tail. Okay, that one was a bit weak. Well, they all were weak, but still. I almost caught Ulsa when suddenly she stopped abruptly, and I fell upon her uply. I couldn't pull up as sharply, so I crashed into her, sending us sprawling. We rolled in the grass. Again, that's a euphemism for something that we're not going to do. Again, no. I said this last time. No porn music. Bad porn music. Gotcha. I gave a victorious shout. No, you didn't, she replied with a ashamed tone. Ulsa was lying under me. Her face was right next to mine. Again, stop with the music. That's just inappropriate. I felt her erotic breathing and the heat of her body. Sure, right now she was only a... I don't even want to read that sentence. I really don't. That's just messed up, man. It was pretty embarrassing. You gonna rape me? She said, coming back to her senses. What, you want me to? Anyways, it was more like a game to her. Sure do. Really? She gave a cunning smile and snorted quietly. Or was it just my imagination? I'm not really in the mood. Whatever. She kicked me in the balls. Also reached up and bit me on the nose. I wasn't expecting that and even pulled back a little. Just a moment of hesitation was enough for her to wrestle her way out and run a dozen feet away. That's 2 feet. Watch it. You're gonna regret this later. She laughed out loud and disappeared into the woods.